homie Chris.
Yo.
Uplift Clothing Apparel, also of Mizfitz Sports. What is it, Mizfitz Sports Talk? Mizfitz Sports Talk Radio? What's the official?
Okay. Let's get this right.
Yeah, get the official name
it's
in there.
Mizfitz Sport. Yeah, it's Mizfitz Sport Radio. No S after sport.
Okay. Mizfitz Sport Radio. Okay. Making sure. And that's on YouTube. So
that is, yes, YouTube channel going strong now. We're 9 episodes in.
Right.
We're about to record our 10th episode, adding new topics, adding new, different categories to the table.
Right. Yeah, I saw in the last episode it was more than just sports. I went a little further too, talking about some other things. So,
Yeah. Each week we're trying to add different, different genres to the show to try and attract more fans, more listeners, more viewers, and be a little bit more diverse. We're not quite venturing off into the 2021 of that thereof of pop.
I mean, I talk about everything: sports, politics. We do the gossip thing, we do the music thing, we do it all, man. We talk it all.
But we're building. Right now we wanted to start off, with Mizfitz Sport, and we wanted to, come to people with real live sports. Nowadays when you're looking at different shows and you're listening to different channels and views, it's all about politics now, and it's more about the politics side of sports, and it's not really about the sports. Like, when was the last time you saw a podcast talk about hockey or baseball even, So we're really trying to cover every aspect of sports in a totality, not just your hot topics or not just talking about LeBron every episode and every day,
Right. Did like is it because of like Fox Sports and like what's his name? What's the dude on Chris Carter? That's always on better than Jordan and what's his name?
Yeah, I don't even know his name.
Yeah, but was it because of him? Did he bring it out of you? Did he really?
So I mean, this, but I'll share it with with the viewing public. I've had this idea for a while now. Yeah. Even going back to when you initially started your show. Me and you had our conversations and we had our little talks, and I was always cautious about getting it off the ground. And the more and more I listened and I watched sports shows, and I would be driving to work listening to the radio, and I'm hearing, and these are all great shows, by the way, I definitely love them, but, like First Take with Stephen A., now as of recently Get Up with Jalen and Greeny, and even going over to Undisputed, everything is usually when you change the channel, it's safe to say that you're going to have the exact same topics across the board with each sports show that you're watching. And I wanted to bring something new and refreshing to it.
Right.
And the dialogue that me and the rest of the Mizfitz, shout out to everybody. Me and the rest of the guys, the dialogue that we have is so organic, it's so genuine, and a lot of the times it's a lot of arguments, but it's because we're passionate,
exactly,
about our opinions and about how we feel. And then when it comes down to it, push comes to shove, it's not all opinions. You know what? Bring the numbers into play. Pull up the stats. Let's see really what you're talking about. Back that up. And majority of the time, even if you do back it up, we still don't care. We don't agree with you. We don't agree with you.
It's always good to have that was one of the reasons why I started, my journey as well, because you get tired of hearing what you feel like everybody's getting paid to say. It's like we got our opinion. We argue. Me and you. We would text and call for over the years, and be like, yo, such and such should have said this, or this is what really happened. So now we just all get our opinion out there because the platform is available for us to do so. So, you know, I love it. I love it. And like I said, I'm happy. I'm proud of you. See you doing your thing. So, you know, keep it up, man. You know, definitely.
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely was an idea, but, you know, Mizfitz as a brand came about as a conglomerate. You know, I can't take full credit when it comes to this Mizfitz brand. You know, me and my guys, we've spent long hours going back and forth on topics, ideas. You know, even now with the show, you know, we're not a finely tuned machine yet, but we're a work in progress, and we're still sharpening our knives. You know, we bounce ideas off of each other. We, you know, when nobody's taking classes, but you know what? Going through the Mizfitz gauntlet is a class of how to present, you know, our show. You know, we critique each other as if there's no tomorrow. Like, we're going to be our worst critics so that when we present our product to you, the fans, you, the customer, we want it to be spotless. We want it to be seamless in our transitions. We don't want any lingering, you know, side chatter. You know, we've maintained it to where we're our own best friend and we're our own building blocks. And I think with us having that respect for each other, where, like I said, the arguments and the conversation does get heated, but nobody oversteps that boundary, and we all know, okay, let's bring it to the board then. You know what? We're not gonna have this conversation via group chat right now. Save it for the episode. Let's go ahead and talk about this on wax.
That's what every conversation I have now. I'm like, wait, what you doing tomorrow? What you doing? Yeah, look in the camera. Like, that's all I do now. I'm like, save that thought. Hold on, I'm gonna be there. I'm coming over.
I got you. Have everything packed. I will be ready.
Ask you about one of the things I've been constantly having conversations about, Carmelo Anthony. What's your take on Melo's situation? Houston, is he being blackballed? Is he the black hole? Is it him? Is it them? Is he blood? Is he Crip? Is he that? Is he this? What's going on?
So I'm gonna just say this because that's actually one of the topics this week's on this week's episode. So I'm not gonna divulge too much information. Just know we got some good stuff in store for you guys with this episode. A new segue with this particular topic, but I will share my opinion because I've shared it even back to episode 1. I felt like Melo going to the Rockets was going to be overrated all along. I felt like the Rockets were definitely going to be worse because of what they lost, not because of what they gained. And by that, you know, losing Trevor Ariza, obviously, you know, he was looking for a pretty big check. He's coming to the tail end of his career. He's trying to get a big little payday before he signs out. Losing Mbamute, that's a lot of defense that you've lost. And everybody remembers Houston for all the points that they put up, you know, James Harden with the triple doubles and that sort of stuff. Nobody wants to remember that in the stretch, they gave Golden State their best fight when they were playing defense. You know, Trevor Ariza not necessarily locking up Kevin Durant, but running with him from end of the court to end of the court. You know, no escape. Like, I'm staying with you. I'm frustrating you. I'm getting you tired. Nobody wants to remember that. And everybody thought, oh, Melo's coming. He's a scorer. Yeah, but he's not the type of scorer that Houston needed. Melo needs the ball in his hand. Melo needs volume shots. He's not a knockdown shooter like Eric Gordon. He's not a post up on the corner and just set up for the shot and just fwaka. No. Exactly. And I think that's what people forgot. And I wouldn't say he's blackballed. I would say a lot of the people that argue for Melo are just Melo fans. Majority of the ones that are arguing for Melo are Knicks fans that don't want to remember that, okay, he's not on the Knicks no more. Get over it. He's not that same Melo.
Correct. But it's funny that you say that because this is the same thing that happened when he went to the Knicks. They gave up Gallinari, Chandler. They gave up a lot of pieces.
They broke the house. They broke the bank.
Right. So like you said, now that, fast forward, they gave up Ariza they gave up a lot of pieces to bring him in again. So it's like he's never going to the team that was there. He's clearing house to bring him to the team once again. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna tune in when y'all talk about it. But I just wanted to get your point of view on that. I feel like I said, I don't feel like you said. I think the issue was what they gave up more than what he brings. Because yes, he would be a good fit if they were still playing defense. They were still doing the things to contend. He does not, and it's also him and D'Antoni already have history. They didn't get along back on the Knicks, and there was issues there. So I that was always a little like, how's that gonna play out? So, but I'm definitely gonna tune in. So you moved it now. It's like Saturday now.
So we basically right now there's no set schedule as far as the exact day. Mm-hmm. You can just rest assured you're gonna get an episode before the end of Friday.
Oh, okay. So
normally we try and record after Monday Night Football, so we try and get that in so that we have the full week of football to incorporate, because we do weekly power rankings, and we don't want to miss that Monday game, because that could be affecting our power rankings. Like this week, 49ers. Lost to the Giants. But you know what? Good job, 49ers. Lose the rest of them. Let's keep fighting the bad fight. No good fight, bad fight.
Yeah.
But, so that was big, because a lot of us had the 49ers in our bottom five. If the 49ers would have won, that could have possibly propelled them out of our bottom five of the power rankings. You know? So I think us waiting until after – that Monday Night Football game is big, because we get a lot of what took place during that weekend, whether it's boxing matches or UFC pay-per-view, because we talk about that too. We're looking at the World Series that just recently passed. A lot of games was over the weekend. So we're definitely trying to gather as much intel and data so that when we have our topics, we're knowledgeable of what we're talking about. We're doing our research. It's not just all opinions. Like, guys are really, putting in the hard work and the grind, doing the research, coming to the table with facts on top of their opinions, and not just going off of, the eye test. We're taking numbers into consideration too. So it's definitely a lot more than just your regular opinionated sports show, or, feeling like we have to disagree. There's times and topics where we agree with each other, and we're like, you know what? That's a good point. I didn't even think of it that way. I'm wrong.
Right. That's what's up. All right. Well, shout out your team. Shout out the rest of the Mizfitz.
Shout out to Chips, a.k.a. Comedic Relief, a.k.a. the Big Mouth, the Big Talker, pause. Shout out to Puda, a.k.a. Mr. Redbone himself. Shout out to PH. Still didn't get nobody on episode, I think that was episode 7. Nobody was able to guess. Episode 7 to 8, nobody was able to guess why his name was PH. So we set out a challenge. Nobody guessed it, though. Shout out to Duce Pop. And the rest of the Misfits, who haven't joined the show yet, but definitely will be making appearances. Nightmare, Hef, Wayno, everybody, man. We here. Misfits is definitely going to be around.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. And shout out your other ventures, Uplift Clothing Apparel.
Definitely. Go check out the website. I'm sure my man gonna have the website right here for you. It's gonna be right across the bottom. He gonna have that. Uplift Clothing Apparel. Go check out the apparel, shirts, V-necks, hoodies, crew necks. We got it all, man. We got it for all weather. Go ahead, get you a tank top for next year. Plan now. Plan ahead.
I mean, you got some Christmas ugly sweaters or something? You ain't got
right now, what we're looking at is no ugly sweaters yet. We got a new line that's hopefully dropping soon that we're looking for. looking forward to. We're trying to work out the kinks now and figure out what direction we want to go in. But, you know, we just recently had Virginia State University's homecoming that we dropped some, you know, Virginia State University apparel for, as well as Virginia Commonwealth University, VCU. They had their homecoming as well. So go check out the website, definitely new apparel. And, you know, we're definitely here to try and, you know, uplift everybody, you know, not just the youth, not just, you know, men, women. We here to uplift everybody, you know, support your local businesses, support your people. You know, like I support this man, he supports me. And that's what we about, man, trying to uplift everybody, get everybody to where, you know, you can't do it on your own.
Right.
When we was raised younger, it was, you know, the neighborhood raises you. So
it takes a village.
We got to be willing. Exactly. It takes a village.
It takes a village.
So we got to be willing to go on a tangent, go out on a limb and support your people, man. Support your brothers, support your sisters. So that's enough of my tangent. You know, get off my soapbox.
No doubt. We got it all. Some Mizfitz Sport Radio. Check that out on YouTube.
Yes. Check out the IG page, Mizfitz Sport Radio. Mizfitz spelled with a Z. We got an IG page. You know, Facebook group coming soon, so that will be shortly. Check out the YouTube page. Like, subscribe. And I promise you, any comments you make, we will reply.
Get at them. And Uplift Clothing Apparel. What is it? upliftclothingapparel.bigcartel.com.
Yep, that is correct. That you the man.
I mean, you know, I'm out here. I'm telling people. I'm telling people. I had the video on the other day, and somebody asked about it. I was like, go ahead.
Yeah, hoodie season, man. Go ahead. Hoodie season. That ain't no damn puppy.
All right, big homie.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man.
Sure.
Definitely. And, you know, obviously, always check out WMD. You know, that's where you're getting all that live culture, all that updated music, you know, words, wordplay, dance, wherever it is, anything with pop culture and, you know, urban culture. WMD is where it is, man.
Sure. All right. Good looking out.
Appreciate it, man.